March 23rd, 2010. Definitely a historic day here in the United States of America. Today, President Obama signed the health care reform bill into law and declared it is now the law of the land. This has been a huge issue here in the United States of America for many years, and with great intensity the last few days, and now President Obama signed that bill into law, evidently with 20 different pens to hand out, many of those as mementos, or all of them. And it was interesting to watch the TV coverage here in the United States, because it seemed like I don't think there was one Republican that was at the signing ceremony, and very jubilant and happy Democrats were at the signing ceremony. Obviously, there's thousands of pages in this healthcare bill, so myself, and I'm sure many others, haven't been able to read it all. And from what I ascertained, even some of the people that passed this law didn't have a chance to read it all before they signed off on it, which seems a little bit not right. But I did take some notes as I watched the ceremonies today. And President Obama spoke twice that I watched. And the last one, President Obama said this. He said, sometimes I'll paraphrase, and the last part I will quote, that we need to rise above fear, and we don't fear the future. And he was getting intense, and people were very excited. And he said, God bless you, and God bless the United States of America. So we have the President of the United States of America invoking God, asking God to bless the USA, to bless the United States of America. And he also asked God to bless the American people. So the question I ask is, will God bless us? It was I'm glad I was able to watch the proceedings today, because President Obama said another thing. He said, we said a lot of things, but he said in 2 months and 6 months we'll be able to see, as we look forward, we'll see what happens. And I couldn't agree more with President Obama. We will see what happens. And some of these effects, some of the laws that were passed today don't take effect until 2014. So for the next few months and few years to come, at least for 2 or 3 years, while things are still rocking, we will see what happens with this health care bill. So I agree with President Obama on that. Probably the massive area of disagreement and the divide in the American people now, excuse me, is amazing. It is amazing. So there's people that feel this was a horrible day in history, and people feel that was a fantastic day in history. I am on the side of those that feel it's a horrible day in history. Once again, I don't doubt the sincerity of the Democrats. I watch them, and there's the Kennedys there, and Harry Reid, and Nancy Pelosi, and people that evidently feel that they're doing the right thing. I can't help but think and feel and know that if they understood the Constitution, anybody that understood the Constitution and believed in it would not have voted yes on this health care reform bill. That's the state of the situation in the United States of America. Most in our Congress don't understand the Constitution, and unfortunately the Constitution was shredded and pretty well had a massive amount of destruction that took place today. Massive amount of destruction. But the sincerity of the people that were signing that bill and excited about it is not in doubt. They were jubilant about the whole thing. And so, one other quote, and I'll end this commentary on this frankly historic day in the United States of America. Actually, maybe a few thoughts. President Obama said about 2 to 6 months we'll see the future, and then he said, what works in our system won't change. And then I think it was the next sentence he said, those that already have insurance, he said this, can't be denied for pre-existing conditions, and there are no lifetime limits. So right there, in his own speech today, he said it won't change. Yet the government promised change in people that already have health insurance. He thinks change for the better. No lifetime limits and no pre-existing conditions and other things like, people have to be insured till they're 26, children that live at home and things like that, whatever. As a finance person, anybody that's taken accounting, anybody that's they can add, that can do math, would know that if we'll just put themselves in the place of an insurance company, and all of a sudden, oh, somebody has this condition because they've abused their bodies or whatever, now we have to cover them past $5 million that we've already spent on them. They don't want to eat healthy food. They want to continue junking out and whatever, so we got to spend another $5 million on that one person, which will bankrupt some health insurance companies. That's massive, massive, massive change. And so, obviously, the President of the United States and a lot of Congress people don't understand the ramifications of what they have done. They have no clue. At the same time, we're assured that things will be better going forward. And this plea by the President of the United States for God to bless us and bless the United States of America, I think this healthcare reform curses the United States of America. So we will see what happens going forward. It'll be easy to see. Let's watch history the next 6 months and 1 and 2 years and see how this affects our country. I think it'll be a disaster. I just already, the things I've seen, just the small amount of things I've seen is extra costs to this economy that's already in horrifying trouble. It's beyond description. The future looks very dismal for the United States of America. So, the President says God will bless us. I don't think that's going to be the case. I think it will be the converse, the reverse, the opposite, and we shall see going forward in 2010, 2011, and 2012.